Good evening and welcome to e-revtv. As tonight another chapter is going to be written in the Capture the Flag history books as we present the Alienware Arena Call of Duty Black Ops NVIDIA launch tournament. My name is Michael Swedberg, Anger as you know me, and I'd like to bring in my broadcast partner Eric Wansum. Paulie, good evening Wansum. How are you doing tonight?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good. It's winding down here in this tournament here, as you mentioned, for this NVIDIA launch tournament. $1,500 on the line for these teams, for those of you who may just be joining us for your first viewing coverage of this match. Or this tournament, I should say. So $750 for first, $500 for second, $250 for third. And correct me, this is the upper bracket final, I believe, before, and the loser goes down to the lower bracket. So these two teams come a long way throughout this tournament, Anger. I think we've casted both of them at least twice. So definitely some big names left on the table here as far as CTF goes, and we know we've seen that switch to Search and Destroy, but still, it should be a good match to watch here, as a trip over my words, and I actually enjoy watching CTF on this map, so should be a good.
Yeah, absolutely. As the two combatants for tonight's match, first, Borderland Gaming coming in. Really, the first two rounds here in the winner's bracket have really just put a stifling defense on teams. They have not scored, and I'm not sure in the last match, even if they got a score. Once, if you can correct me on that little venture there, but they have really put the stops on all the teams here, and they're going to have a tough task here with the Lollards of Lancaster. Now, iDemise. Again, a lot of people involved in this match have had issues. We had Reflex with computer issues. We had Techno, Ermac, and Jaxer with lulls just completely quit the game from what I've seen. And then Masters also having internet issues from Borderlands. So just really a lot of things have been compiling here, and we never thought this match would actually take place with all the issues here, Watson.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think this match was scheduled at least twice before. But here we are. It looks like we do have 10 in the server. Waiting on them to get on the correct teams here, and we'll get underway, as this is not live coverage right now. But yeah, it's good to see it get underway. I don't want to see any forfeits or anything like that this deep in the tournament. That would just be a shame, especially in the championship matchup there in the upper bracket. So a lot of decent teams left in the lower bracket. I'll have to do some catching up there. I missed my bracket breakdown for the week there, as I became an uncle over the weekend. I've just been a little busy here and there, so I'll get back into that, guys, and get some videos up for you guys to watch in the sense of letting you guys who's still in this and who's not still in this one. But more to the point, tonight I'm gonna give BLG the advantage here tonight, Anger.
Well, I mean it's going to be obvious. Again, the iDemise team is having some roster issues. Now let's talk about that a little bit here. We have Loki, Reflex, and they're bringing in Cerberus, Zephic. And I'm not sure who the other person is that they're going to bring in, but they're really changing up the roster. So I don't think they'll have the fluidness that usually most teams have as they get this deep into the brackets. As for Borderland Gaming, again, I mean, I hate to harp on this, but again, Skadoodle is the man to watch. He is the anchor supreme here, and is really the man to watch. We like to talk a lot about him because, again, he does put up the numbers here. Again, no matter what people say, whether it's good, bad, negative, I'm not going to get into that. But nevertheless, he does produce, and nothing has happened quite yet. So who knows? But I like to, before we go on a little farther there, as I trip up my words now, Watson, I like to bring in Napkin from 20ID. Hello, Napkin. Good evening. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing awesome. It's great to be here. It's awesome to be back to gaming. e-rev doing what they always do, presenting the best teams, doing awesome casts. It's just great being here.
All right. Now, let me pull you off there of the butt cheek. All right, thank you there. Nevertheless, I appreciate that, no napkin. But, people have really, and I wanted to talk about this just a little bit here before we get started. I know a lot of people have been really getting on Skadoodle about possibly cheating and this and that from past games. Now, I know you were his partner with 20ID, and really not talk about the cheating portion or the people saying that he does that. But let's talk about the player itself. You play with him. How is he as a player? Not just in scrims, but in matches. You can maybe talk about that a little bit.
Well, altogether, he was one of my favorite, people to play with. The whole team had a lot of chemistry, and that's really what it comes down to. Is he's really, really calm, and the only time he gets hot-headed is when we aren't doing, in the front what we're supposed to do. But other than that, he never, you know, yells. He never really gets flustered or nervous or anything like that. He's always on his game. He never really cares, you know. He does what he's supposed to do and gets it done.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. Sounds like a pretty good teammate. Now, you know, you have the rest of BLG here. You have Jordan. You have Jounin and Master. I mean, a solid team. So again, as I'm going to probably agree with you, Wansum, they're probably going to win this pretty handily. I would imagine. But then again, anything can happen in this game.
Yeah, crazier things have happened for sure, but you know, BLG has just plowed through everybody they've played thus far in the tournament. They're, in my opinion, they're probably the most active of the, you know, quote-unquote active teams in CTF right now, which are far and few in between. And you know, the majority of the players are they're seasoned players. They've been around a while. And they show a level of chemistry that I haven't seen from any of the other teams that's still playing. You know, Binary was up there. This Lollards of Lancaster team was up there when they had their, you know, their original 5. But as you mentioned, as we got started here, they've really tossed their roster around on the rocks a little bit there and got some new blood in there. But you know, as you said, you know, crazier things have happened here. We could see a tight game. I think we're going to see a pretty slow play here from iDemise. You know, I think they're going to be a little bit hesitant here, see how things are going to flow, and let BLG come to them. And if it's anything like the matches we've watched previously, BLG should have no trouble scoring, as they have not been held to a low cap count since the beginning of this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of starting lineups, let's talk. Oh my God, Master has brought out a scope, and he came around and scoped the other opposing snipe. That was hilarious. But anyway, let's go to the Alienware Arena NVIDIA Launch Tournament scoreboard here as we give the roster rundown. First for iDemise, everybody going undercover here except for Zephic. But everybody, I mean, there's like letters, there's boxes, there's all kinds of things. But from what I believe, it's Loki, Reflex, Sybaris, Zephix, and then I think it's Beezy's is the other one. Now, again, I apologize. Everybody's going undercover here, so I don't know exactly who is who, but we'll just call it how we see it. And as for BLG, we have Caddyshack, which is going to be Jordan. We have Mamushi, which is Jounin. We have Skadoodle, of course, Master, and I believe Dumpster Check is going to be probably more than likely Bro Montana.
He seems to have the most interesting names each time we cast them, so I'm going to assume that's probably him as well. And so right now, you know, things, that's it, you know, pretty slow play right now. I don't think we've seen a flag pickup. No, we have not seen a flag pickup from either team because we don't have any caps. We don't have any returns, so that explains that. And you know, we got a couple of gold-plated FAMASas on the field here from Skadoodle, and I think one of his teammates had one there as well. Zephic's going to have one. So the FAMASas here in force as usual. I think we've seen a couple 74Us and that scope there from Master at the beginning of the round, which was just epic. Looks like we're going to have a flag pick up here, and I'm not quite sure who that was going to be, but he will fall almost immediately. And Jonah's going to try and pick it up there and get shot right in the back there as iDemise does respawn and able to save that attempt there on their flag. So there's the first attempt there. The return is going to be by iDemise, so BLG is the first one to touch the enemy's flag, and we'll see if they continue to push here as they have numbers, Anger. And, you know, right now, Skadoodle 4-0. He's seen a little bit of action there playing anchor, but it looks like he's pushed up pretty far right now, headed into their spawn, and he's going to get shot there by Beezy. So, you know, I guess they sort of pulled the goalie here. They're going for some rushes right now as iDemise hasn't really made any effort to push into their side of the map yet.
No, they haven't. And as I'm watching iDemise, they have really turtled up. At least they pulled 3 back, maybe 2 from time to time. But for the most part, they've kind of held that flag area. And when I'm seeing BLG, I don't know if they're being trying to be calculated in their movements, but they're a little slow. So let's take a listen here. Let's go to War Room Bobcat as he's going to be our Supreme Chancellor of Video. So Bobcat, let's go to BLG.
Behind you, Jordan. He's gate.
Fuck!
I'm gonna. Do you guys want me to push the spawns or
He's in
not?
rocket right now, missile. He's gonna grab it right now. Fuck.
We need to capitalize on.
Do you guys want me to push the spawns?
What do you mean by pushing the
All right,
spawns?
we're back here as the first score is by Beezy from iDemise. So iDemise on the scoreboard. If maybe found a chink in the armor of the defense here for BLG here once.
You know, right as we were talking about, there's, you know, as I said, you know, they sort of pulled the goalie, BLG, you know, they brought Skadoodle out. iDemise got a kill spree right there, and they really took that odds-on advantage, got the flag, and it was a close one getting it back there, but they got that first cap. So some of the pressure off of them there, they can breathe a sigh of relief here. They're on the board and they're in the lead early on here. So about 6 minutes left on the clock here. Looks like the anchor for iDemise here is going to be Lili. I'm going to call him anchor. I have no idea who that actually is, but he's going to die to Caddyshack there. Who is going to be making a peek here on CC. Looks like he's going to toss us some smoke out there. He's going to grab the flag and run for it. Here's getting tagged up, going to make his way through the bottom of this building here next to the light. He's going to be chased there. They're going to run over top of his head here. He's just chilling in a cardboard box. Needs to get a blanket and some more newspapers to cover up with there. So he's going to take a nap running back here through mid. And he'll make his way all the way back across here. It looks like this will be a cap here for BLG as we follow him all the way over to his flag area here, and he's going to jump across. Should be easy going here, and gets it. Good coverage there by Skadoodle to take down Beezy there right at the end. So 1-1 here, Anger tied up, and that was a pretty fast cap from BLG there as he kind of just strolled in, grabbed it, and ran, and little to no resistance there as he kind of just waited out in that cardboard box.
Yeah, absolutely. In case you're from a different game or you're just here for the first time watching this cast, if you don't know, this map is WMD here. And if you want to talk a little bit about this, Napkin, about this map, why don't you do that? What are the pros and cons about this, and what are the things to watch for those average watchers there watching this for the first time?
Well, your strong avenues are going to be BlackOps usually is a side to score on because it's a little bit easier to defend, and your mid buildings, like if you don't control the mid on this map, you're just going to get pushed back so far that they're just going to spawn camp you. So if you watch a lot of their players, they're just trying to get that mid back. As soon as you get the mid back, then you can put some pressure on their defense. But if you don't have the mid, you can't get across. Even if you grab their flag, you can't get across.
All right, thank you, Napkin. Now, one of the mid strong buildings here, the prime piece of real estate will be Building 4, and along with Building 3. So if you can maneuver between those two buildings, you can pretty much get to either side of the flag, whatever side you're on and trying to get. So once as we look here, I'm bouncing around. I don't see anything quite yet. So again, the score here 1-1 still, with about 3 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, and as Napkin put it there, right now iDemise is on BlackOps, which as we've seen throughout this tournament, well, I mean, since we started casting CTF, that it's generally the higher scoring side. Not always the case, for sure, but iDemise right now, they are on the BlackOps side. They're tied up 1-1 here. And BLG right now on the scoreboard right now, Anger, we got to take a look at. Let's do a little bit of a scoreboard rundown here. I know we have a flag that was just picked up here by BLG. Bobcat, if we could follow that one through. We'll take a look at that here Master. Before we do the scoreboard rundown here. It's going to be Master. Drop the scope. Got a FAMAS here. So he's hanging out here behind some sheet metal. Got some people peeking for him here. He's going to shoot somebody in the back there. Take down iDemise. Now he's going to get lit up here through the sheet metal. How is he still alive? His teammates are going to respawn here. He's going to get shot in the back there by CC. And the flag is kind of just hanging out in limbo right now up here by this busted pipe. So flag out in the middle here. Looks like CC is going to wait and camp that, see if he can get his teammates to come and pick this up, and he will. So flag has been returned for iDemise. Let's do that scoreboard rundown here, Bobcat, brought to you by NVIDIA and Alienware Arena. Take a look here at the iDemise side. CC, whoever it is right now, is 18-4. So doing some work for his team right there, as he needs a backpack to put the rest of his team in right now because he's carrying him. Beezy's going to be 6-13, 8-13 from iDemise. Lily going to be 5-6, and a 4-15. Ouch, town, bro, for Zephic. So that's iDemise here. Let's take a look here at BLG. Caddyshack going to be up on top there. 10-7, 1 capture. 10-11 there from Jonan. Dumpster check, I think that's Bro Montana, is going to be 12-7, 11-14 there from Master, and Skadoodle at a 10-3. So pretty varied scores there on that iDemise team right now, Anger. The rest of that team needs to sort of catch up to CC if they want to stand any chance of keeping this one close.
Yeah, and as I'm taking a look, I believe, and I'm going to take a guess here, CC is probably going to be Sybaris here. Used to be the Czech Sex member from Battlefield days, so I remember him from a long time back. Nevertheless, he looks like he's probably picking up the top score here for his team. Now we have, it looks like, Jonan now, Mamushi, has the flag here for BLG. Let's see here, he has an escort. Bobcat, let's take a look at him. Now he's going the long way around, as I'm going to bounce around and get a good perspective here. Jumps out the wind. Looks like he's going to pick up this score very easily here to pick up the lead here for BLG. It is now 2-1, and about 40 seconds left here in the first half. So we still have another half here, Wansa, as it will be another 10 minutes for that. But if we do go into overtime, each half will be 5 minutes each.
Yes, sir. And I don't think we haven't seen an overtime in this tournament yet, have we?
Yes. Actually, we have. I casted an overtime.
That's right.
But they're few and far between here. So, it's good to see it. I wouldn't mind it.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that Anger had that one on by his. That was when we split those two casts, I think. But,
yeah.
So Anger's seen it overtime. I haven't seen it overtime. I'd like to see one here, especially in this upper bracket. So BLG going to pick up another flag, but that will be out of time. 2-1 here, favor of BL Gaming, and we'll get switched up here, change sides, and I'm going to have to go to a team here and change back so I can get into spectator. And we'll get underway here with the second half. So 10 minutes on the clock here, 2-1. And this is going to be interesting to see how iDemise plays this side of the map. Skadoodle back on the anchor duty here for BL Gaming. I expect the rest of BLG to be playing pretty aggressively here as they move in to take these mid buildings, as Napkin mentioned. If you don't control those, you don't control anything in the sense of running lanes and all that kind of stuff. So BLG with a couple of opening kills here. Looks like Master going to get a kill. Looks like he will be the closest to the flag here. If we could take a look at him, Bobcat, he picks up another kill, and he's going to move in here towards this flag. Not picking it up yet. Now he's going to pick it up, get shot in the back, make his way back towards the warehouse. He's going to run into Zephic there, and that'll be short-lived flag to pick up there for BL Gaming, as there's a return on the board there from Zephic. So he's got 2 returns now, doing some utility work for his team, though he is 7-19, 8-19 now.
Yeah, right here, as I'm going to talk to Napkin, if you're iDemise, you're on BlackOps side, what would be one of the things you would be trying to do to get the flag? What type of pathway would you be taking here?
I'd be pushing the steel side, which would be the tunnel side, and I'd be forcing their spawn into a certain area, and then when they spawn, I'd be just capitalizing on it, waiting until they spawn, getting as many kills as I can, grabbing the flag and running.
I know CTF is probably going to be ending here soon, as we're going to be making our approach to S&D, but talk about to the average watchers here that really don't play this from a competition aspect about daisy chaining in CTF when the guy gets the flag.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when a guy captures the flag, they take it out, and you have 2 escorts just lining up and giving the flag carrier a nice path.
Okay. Yeah, mainly, well, like, for instance, I don't know how the teams do it, but mainly what you want to do is you want to set up, you have an offensive individual that's going to call that he's going to grab the flag, and you set up to intercept their team. For instance, if they're all spawning on the left side of the map, you're going to set yourself up to get the cross. But you don't want to always run. You kind of want to stand there and let them shoot at you instead of the flag carrier.
Yeah, so you kind of like that sacrificial lamb. Right now, we're going to head, Bobcat, let's go to iDemise's War Room. Let's head there now.
Got one that was blue. Going to the board.
I'm going to pick up the flag.
Go, run it. Nading. I flash from their spawn.
Oh my god. Grab it, it's sitting there in mid. Go.
I'm running it.
Don't bunch up.
Run to middle, run to blue. He's in mid.
I'm running through a spawn.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I got
Good cap.
Reset. Get control.
Alright, we're back here, Wansome, as iDemise has tied it up. What a match! I thought they dropped a flag there. It looked like we had Dumpster Check throwing a nice nade as one of the members from iDemise dropped the flag, but they picked it up very quickly and picked up that score once.
Yeah, evidently I had a stroke last half, because I could have sworn iDemise was on BlackOps last half, but I've been wrong before. But they're doing work here. They're tied 2-2 now, and again playing without their full roster. So that speaks volumes for just sort of the will to win here, if you will. As BLG has to be thinking a little bit here. Is what's going on here? We've rolled through everybody here, and we've okay. Napkin's going to confirm that I did not have a stroke. Okay, thank you. I thought I smelled burnt toast for a little bit there. Yeah, BL Gaming, they haven't, I don't think they've trailed thus far in this tournament. I could be wrong in that, but I don't think they've trailed at all. And right now they're tied up with a pretty solid team here. And this iDemise / Lollards of Lancaster team has defeated some pretty hefty opponents here throughout the upper bracket of this championship bracket. So they are forced to be reckoned with here, and perhaps we're going to be proven wrong here today, Ingers. This one's going to be close as we're down to 6 minutes 30 seconds left here, so there's time for some caps to go back and forward here. But thus far, both teams playing pretty evenly and pretty slow here. The caps have been few and far in between.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about really quick those teams that Lollard has beat here. They beat Massive Unit in the last match in a very close one, 3-2, and prior to that, they beat Binary 2-1. So all their matches have been pretty close, except for the first round when they just steamrolled Praetorians 23-2. I mean, they just laid the beat down on them on the LAN team. So they've had some close matches, at least in the last two. So again, I wouldn't be surprised to see another close one here. And it looks like they might be trying to pull this out here. Again, everything is all tied up 2-2 with just about 5 minutes here exactly left in the second half here.
Yeah, and it was a real close opportunity there for iDemise to actually pick up a flag there, but great play there by Skadoodle. And I want to say that was Caddyshack respawning there. I didn't actually catch that frag to sort of cut that one off. We take a look here at the scoreboard. We could do a quick scoreboard rundown here for, we'll do iDemise first as, up on top, again, CC, 28-13, 1 cap. And below him, I mean, literally half his score is going to be Zephic at 14-24. So, I mean, he's -10, and he's in second place here. So, if we have to crown a god of the match, despite whoever the winner is tonight, Anger, CC is definitely just playing like a beast right now. The rest of that team, Beezy's, iDemise, and Lily, going to pick up the bottom 3 spots there, 13, 15, and a 12. And then over for BLG, it's pretty even. I mean, that's the dramatic difference here, Anger. They're pretty even. We do have an escort here coming from, looks like, iDemise, and the flag is going to be out in the open here. Looks like CC's going to pick this up and run with it here. So we could have a potential lead change right now. As so the Days are going to go out here. He's going to run across. He's got somebody right on top of him. He's going to take the bullet for him. Caddyshack going to die, and Lily will jump across. Oh my goodness, that was so close. iDemise gets the cap. That was ridiculous, as there were 4 or 5 deaths right there on the flag. And we'll see if BLG could counter cap here. Anger Skadoodle pushed all the way up, has the flag running through the warehouse right.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very fun to watch here. BLG, again, this is the first time they've had pressure applied on them for the fact that they have 3.5 minutes here to score. Skadoodle has the flag right now, so Bobcat, hopefully we're looking at him right now. He's in the back portions of the warehouse trying to get this across. Now he's laying down. I'm not sure. Let me check here and make sure no one else has the flag. Yep, it is Lily, I guess it is. A bunch of boxes there. As Skadoodle takes out Sybaris. So both teams have the flag here. A little standoff wants them, as again, this is a very, very tight situation, especially for BLG. The pressure is all on them right now, as again, if you're just joining us here, iDemise with a 3-2 lead, 2 minutes and about 50 seconds left in this match. As Skadoodle has the flag, and I'm looking again, let's see, Lily has the flag for his team, and he's just going to sit in the back here. So now, again, what is going to happen? The sphincter is just getting a little tighter here for BLG, because they might go to the losers bracket.
No, let's take a look at where Lily is right now, Bobcat, if we could. He's in the middle of nowhere right now. Like, he's just chilling out here in this little depot with the generators and stuff in here. I have no idea what this is called. But dude, he's just chilling by a tire stack right now. He's bleeding the clock, man. Less than 2 minutes here. It just, we're just almost at 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes and 10 seconds here, as I got confused with my FPS tracker there. But Lily just hanging out, man. He's killing time, and that's such a smart play there. Is they don't need another cap, and now just as I was about to take a look there, Skadoodle has the flag. He needs a cap, and he's playing in the back of that warehouse, getting a couple of crazy kills there actually. Defending himself there as the rest of his team is out there trying to get this flag back. Let's see if anybody's taken a look at Lily yet. Nobody close. Nobody peeking him, Anger. This one might bleed out here with Lily just doing a great job of hide and seek right now, man.
Absolutely, and really, again, this takes a lot of patience on Lily's part, and he is just holding back, has not moved an inch. Just about a minute and a half left here, ladies and gents, as again, he is holding off, and now BLG needs to get the score here to at least put it into overtime, and you might get your wish here, wants him of an overtime period, but again, BLG needs to get this across. Now, let me take a look at Skadoodle, as he is just running around the map. And he's having some issues. He's trying to stay alive here. He has the map, and let's take a look. Lily has moved from his spot. It looks like he's going to try to move positions here, and he does. He's taking sniper nest, overlooking their flag approach here. Let's see. It looks like he's laying off. Again, BLG just, they're having issues here trying to get this. And again, much props to iDemise doing a nice job just really putting the defensive perimeter around their flag carrier and making sure that he doesn't get shot.
He's 40 seconds left on the clock here. Master is the closest one to him. If we could take a look at him and Bobcat, he's going to come in contact here very soon. CC going to take him out. So, I was a little worried there. Lily, makes his way into this warehouse, but his team has him surrounded right now. They're going to have to fight and battle to get in there. Lily going to get a kill there on Mamushi, so they know where he's at. Here comes Dumpster Check here. Skadoodle will be running back to the flag. This is their one chance here as we're ticking down. Lily going to get a kill there. Skadoodle will be waiting on top of his flag. It does not look like they're going to get the return here, but it's not too late, so it's going to be ticking. We're inside at 10 seconds here. And I believe this will be a victory for iDemise.
Wow.
Man, this was crazy. What a great job of hide and seek there by Lily. You got to be kidding me. As this one will finish out, man. There goes. That's a victory for iDemise. The definite upset here that's, in my opinion, as BLG again been rolling through everybody. iDemise with a new roster comes in, mix things up, and gets a victory, Anger. That was impressive.
Wow. And I got to give much love to Severus. I mean, if that's who CCC was, because I'm going to tell you, that guy did a lot in this match, and really to come off of, to come in here and do just a job on BLG. Again, we were talking about earlier about the defensive perimeter and defensive stances that they've been putting on teams, just a defensive lockdown. Really right now, I mean, iDemise is doing it up, and then Lily at the end with all that patience. It's hard to hold the flag. I believe he held it for, at least 3 to 4 minutes there? I mean, that's a long time to hold that flag and really melt the clock down.
Oh, yeah, dude. And his heart, man, was just... He was just beating that whole time. That had been just crazy pressure for him not to peek, just to sit there, not knowing what's coming around the corner or anything like that, because he was closer to the enemy spawn than he was to his. So just fantastic patience there. But CC, again, he put the team on his back, man, for real. That was a one-man effort in the first half as far as, keeping the flag on his base, getting the other team's flag, just keeping the kill count even remotely close. That was all CC in the first half. But they came together as a team and got the victory, man. That was a tight one, and that was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully you guys enjoy that on the archive. Now, I'm trying to get iDemise in here, and I'm trying to look for Cerberus. I don't see anybody. I want to get him in here for an interview because, again, that was very epic to watch and actually cast. So I'm looking for him, and I don't see him on here. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get him in here or the rest of the team of iDemise. Now, really quick here, Napkin. I know you were watching the match too. What stood out to you there in the gameplay between these two teams?
Mainly the biggest thing that the biggest turn was when iDemise put pressure, they would, it was just going back and forth with kills, but when iDemise put pressure on them, they could kill their whole team, and the only time that BLG would return is on defense. They never put any pressure back on offense, and that's where I think that they lost it. When they could wipe them out, they could get in there, grab it, and run out, and they didn't have anyone on the... BLG had no one on the other side of the map to help.
Yeah, and I think maybe placing Skadoodle out there kind of on the roaming aspect, he kind of maybe hurt the team in that sense, maybe by putting them out there, didn't hold that defensive stance. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the archive again to see where the mistakes were made, but again, nice calculation there by iDemise. As they move forward, they're going to be just sitting back, relaxing here, while the lower bracket teams just beat themselves up. Yeah, they're in the money, so good job by them. What's the worst that can happen is what's $500.
500,
not shabby.
So they're
not shabby.
They're $500 richer for sure, and then I mean, and not to take away from BL Gaming, they're at least $250 richer. So they will go down to play the lower bracket final, and we'll see who ends up in that. Again, as I got to do a little bit of a bracket breakdown for you guys to let you know, and we'll have to get that on the air as well as we move towards the Grand Championship here. Finally, for this NVIDIA Call of Duty Black Ops launch tournament, it's been a long time, man. It's been like 3 months, so it'll be good to finally crown a victory.
Absolutely. It's been a long time, but yet still entertaining, so we hope everybody out there is enjoying these casts as, again, Wansum doing the extracurricular activity there by breaking down these teams with some very informative videos there. So, again, big ups to you, Wansum. As for tonight, we'd like to say good night. Again, thank you, Napkin, for coming in as a guest caster here and really breaking down this match from a player's aspect. And of course, the Supreme Chancellor of Video, Bobcat, doing it up big like always. And Wansum, any closing thoughts for yourself?
No, man. That's about it for me. That was the best CTF matchup I've seen in a long time, without a doubt. So that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Just happy to see that there's still some competitive play here, and hopefully we see it through the lower bracket and then again in the Grand Championship. Could see these two teams again.
Yeah, could be a little revenge factor there for BLG. Who knows? Again, BLG has some work still to do here before they even get to that point. So we're going to be casting some lower bracket matches here probably Thursday. We'll probably get something rocking and rolling. So until that time, for myself, Anger, Wansum, Napkin, and Bobcat, we'd like to say good night. And until next time, adios.